Hi guys, how are you? And welcome back. Another update. So, let's just have a quick chat about the last update. So, obviously, it didn't go to plan in the end. The 10k was cancelled. Well, it wasn't cancelled, I just didn't go. Now, I still strongly believe that was the right choice for me. As much as I was looking forward to my first race and getting it out of the way with the 10k, it just didn't sit right with me. So, yeah, I still feel like I've done the right thing. As much as I'm disappointed that I didn't get to go and run it, I still strongly, as I say, feel it was the right choice. Because if I went and that was a complete mess, which by the reviews it seems like it was again, then I didn't want that to cloud my judgment of a normal race. So onwards and upwards though, we are looking forward now to the half marathon, which is on the 22nd of February, which is only 3 weeks away. It's got to be 3. We haven't just started February, it can't be that soon. It's got to be 3. Yeah, so 3 weeks, and that is the half marathon, as I say. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. Half marathon as the first race it seems a bit daunting, but it is what it is. So, how is training going? Well, that is the question all the time, isn't it, really? Let's be honest. So, how is it going? It's going well. It's going really well. Last week, I didn't actually film anything. I didn't even pick up the camera, I didn't turn it on. In terms of running, it was a really good week once I'd got out. All 3 runs turned into very good, very productive runs. The downside to last week was it was just very difficult to actually get out. My mind to get me out was doing its age-old tricks and trying to come up with any excuse to not go for them runs. I could have very easily just given up last week and skipped a couple, but I didn't. All 3 were completed to the fullest. So, yeah, I followed all 3 start to finish. Now, if it's not absolutely throwing it down, I will bring you guys along for Sunday at very least this week. I might pop in on Thursday, but you'll see all of that in a minute. So anyway, I'm going to hop on here, try and take my mind off of things by watching something and try and do 10k on a treadmill, which sounds fun. That's what the tablet's for. Who knows? Anyway, that's me for the evening, and I will see you in the next run. So, Sunday long one day. Let's see how it goes. Today I've got half marathon distance. So, 21.1k, 13 miles. And this week, coming off the back of last week, which was a mental struggle, I feel like this last week has been a physical struggle. I have struggled. Easy one Tuesday, didn't go as planned. It was meant to be 10k on the treadmill. I managed 5. I realised that steady state, that's about all I can manage on a treadmill, because it's boring. Thursday, speed session. Went well. Again on the treadmill. Went quite well. But it was painful. And today, long run. So let's just see how I get on, I suppose. Alright, that's 5k in, and another 3 of them to go. How am I? Well, that first hill really seemed to get me, but my body feels like it's settling in a little bit more now. So I'm just starting to pick up the pace a little bit and see what we can do. Just coming up on 10k, going quite well. First 5k averaging 6-minute kilometres. That last 5k averaging 5:40. Now, I'm going to try and squeeze a little bit more out of the next one. I don't know how much more I've got for it, but we're just going into the downhill portion. I'm kind of hoping that helps. Who knows? 15k in. Last 5k, average of 5:20, which is great. The only problem with that is hills. They now hurt. So it's a bit of walking the small hills, running the rest. The legs are getting tired, but they keep turning over, and somehow they just keep going. Woo! Just coming up on the last little bit, and I am knackered. Oh God. Oh. That's been a hard one today, but pushed through and actually got it done. So I can't complain too much. It was a good one, but again, a hard one. Onwards and upwards, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, hi guys. Oh, so you joined me on another long run Sunday today. Cards on the table. I plan to wake up this morning and get this run done at 9 o'clock. It's currently, right now, 2:05, and I have been procrastinating about this one all day. If you want to know why, I can show you. That's why. It has been throwing it down and freezing cold all morning, and my weather app kept saying it will stop in a minute, or it will stop in the next hour, it will stop in the next hour, and never did. Has finally started to stop, so I've got changed and I'm going to go get it done. So today is actually the longest long run so far, and it will be 24 kilometres, so about 15 miles. Now I've got no one to pick me up at the other end, as I have done on my last few long runs. The wife is at work. Selfish, I know, but I suppose someone's got to earn money. So my plan is to do 2 12k loops around by home. It'll be a bit of a boring run, but it does mean that in the middle I can stash some stuff in the back of my car, and I can stop off in the middle, grab a few more gels, bit of a drink, and carry on from there. So I haven't got, if I can talk, I haven't got to carry everything on me for the entire run. I do have that little break in the middle, so that hopefully will help. Now, before I go on that run, there are a few updates that I need to tell you about. So this week has actually been quite an exciting week in terms of running for me, but not because of running. The runs themselves, Tuesday's easy run was 10k. I put that off and went on an 8k walk with Bailey instead. Just seemed like the right thing to do. Thursday's tempo session was back in here on the treadmill. Yeah, it went all right. I didn't hit everything, but got it done. It went fine. And then obviously today has been procrastination nation for me today, to be honest, and I still have to get it done. So that will be coming in a minute. But the exciting part of this week comes in 3 installments. There's 3 things I need to catch you up on. So firstly, I came home from work and in the post one day, this showed up. This is my first ever race bib number, and it will be for the Dartford Half Marathon this Sunday, which already the whole thing is so much better planned than the 10k in Bromley that I was meant to do last week or the week before and didn't. So yeah, first ever bib number, and to me it's extremely exciting because it marks quite a significant part in this journey that I'm actually taking part in my first race as part of this. So yeah, hopefully it'll all go well, but that'll be in a different video altogether. Just thought I'd share that with you, that that's turned up and I'm really excited for it. Now I've got to say about it, all 3 of these actually turned up at my house on the same day. So it wasn't spread out throughout the week. It was one really quite ironic and exciting day. Nothing was planned, but all 3 of them turned up on this exact same day. So secondly, after last week's long run, I probably moaned a bit too much about achy legs the next couple of days. They did ache, I'm not going to lie, they really did ache. But I must have mentioned it quite a few times because my lovely wife has then gone out and she's purchased me this here. So this is Fit Kit Body Care. Now, I've looked at it a few times, but what it is essentially a body care range that is suited for like runners or fitness enthusiasts. So I didn't know she was buying me this kit at all. It just turned up on the same day. She gave it to me and it just showed me that she really cares and she supports me in all of this going forward. Now I have looked at this a few times and I've kind of overlooked it really. I've been looking for like moisturizers and stuff like that for muscles and my legs and things like that, and I haven't pulled the trigger and actually brought anything yet. So then she's found this, brought it for me, and essentially what it is, it comes with 5 different things. So we've got here 2 shower gels. One is a mint cooling shower gel, so if you use that one right after your runs or your exercise, it will cool down all the muscles and just reinvigorate them. This one is got magnesium built in, so it's for recovery. That will soak into your muscles supposedly, and it helps your muscles recover from an intense physical activity. So that's where it's really going to help. As I say, last week my muscles in my legs were pretty shot, to be honest. So going forward, the longer miles, the harder miles, these are going to really help. So the other 3 things, I can't count. So there is exactly what I was looking for, the magnesium body moisturizer. So once you've had your shower and everything, slap that on, and again, the magnesium will absorb into the muscles and help with the recovery process. Then The next one is a facial moisturiser with added vitamins. And that is, I can't hold anything. That's better. What that's there for is essentially where I'm running and it's cold and it's wet, my face is getting battered and very dry. So hopefully using that as part of a routine will just keep that a bit more moisturised. So it doesn't sting, hurt, dry out, anything like that. Now, I'm not going to lie, I have used all of it. I was going to say I've only used a few things. I have already used all of it. I started using these on the day that I got them. Then the day after was my tempo run. So after my tempo run, I used the Muscle Cooling, which, if anyone's had that tea tree shower gel before, the mint one, it's a lot like that, but I feel like it's more intense for the muscle rather than just it being very cooling on the skin. The muscles felt like they were cooler, and it actually, you rub it on, you leave it, and it feels like it's actually getting into the muscle, not just cooling your skin. So I don't know how, I don't know why, it might just be in my mind, but it felt good and it really helped, I've got to say. And then, so after the shower with that, get out, lathered up with the body moisturiser on my legs again, because normally after a long run as well, the legs are a bit battered because of the paces in there. But this time, after doing all of that, woke up the next morning, no aches. The muscles in my legs were fine. Now, I'm not saying these are miracle creams or anything like that, but what I am saying is I strongly believe that they are going to massively help in the recovery process. So them alone, I don't think will be the be all and end all of recovery, but those with the protein, with the creatine, with the electrolytes, the rest, all of it together, basically, in my head, makes a magic potion, and it really does help with the recovery. So again, huge thanks to her for this. I will be using it again after today's run, and I hope tomorrow won't be quite as bad. So that is, again, you can buy these kits online, you can buy it all separately, but that is Fit Kit Body Care. Right, so thirdly, as I said, 3 updates. So thirdly, and arguably the most exciting and the most important, all on the same day, don't forget, I had something else turn up, and it's amazing. It just put such a smile on my face, and it made everything so real. So, do you want to see it? The race day top is in. So that is the official Leukemia Care race day top. So yeah, that is it. It's here. That is the official shirt I will be wearing for the marathon. I wasn't sure if I was going to wear the charity shirt, to be honest, because their old design I wasn't a fan of at all. But they have completely rebranded. They've gone blue, yellow, and I just love it. I think it's amazing. They have also sent little iron-on letters, so on the front here I'll have my name printed, so everyone will be able to see that and cheer me along, I hope. So in terms of the fundraising side, I've hit my next milestone. So So I think I've hit 1,500, which is just phenomenal, and thank you so much to everyone. When I started this, I honestly didn't know how I was going to get the money. I didn't know how I was going to get to where I am, and I'd resigned myself to, I would have to pay most of what's left, most of the amount myself to be able to do this, because it's something that I deeply wanted to do. But everyone that's supported, everyone that's donated, I honestly cannot thank you enough. It's blown me away. So I've got 2 more deadlines to hit. I've got to hit another 500 before the actual marathon. So I've got to be on 2,000 before the marathon starts. And then I've got, I think it's 3 months after to get the last 300 plus whatever extra. So there is that, but it's one less thing I need to worry about. I'm not behind on any of the targets. It's just such a good feeling. It really is. So then my 3 updates. I'm now going to do a warm up. And as I say, I'm going to go and get this run done to the best of my abilities. I do believe it has stopped raining. It looks like it stopped raining, but it is still freezing cold and extremely wet. So it'll be an interesting one. As I say, I'll probably update you on the halfway mark as well. Hi. So that all changed. I know I said I'd be back at 12k. I felt strong. I didn't come back. So I just carried on and on and on. And here we are. Back at home. With it all done. So yeah, sorry I didn't take you along for the second half of that, which was my initial plan. But I thought if I stopped, it might be a struggle to get going again. So yeah. Oh, so nice. So that's that one. Anyway, the next update will be the half marathon. See how I'm feeling, because right now I know my body can take the distance, but race day nerves are already kicking in a week early. So we'll see how we go throughout the next week. And that one I will take you along on. I promise, you'll be there. Rain or shine, you'll be there somehow. So I'll see you in the next one. For those of you, and for those of you that still want to donate and sponsor, as usual, it's up in the corner. Just scan it with your phone. Anything would be amazing. Thank you all again for all your support. I am truly blown away.